everyone. Welcome or welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I just wanted to go over the other books that I plan on reading that were not in my MontgomerMay TBR. So that's what we're doing. All right, so I have some buddy reads that are taking place in the month of May. I have a couple that are rolling over from April into May because I started some books being all finished with the books that I had planned, and a couple of others had come available at the libraries and didn't finish them. And so I am just rolling them over into May and will be continuing with them. So on top of my MontgomerMay TBR, I will also be reading Live and Let Chai, and this is by Bree Baker, and it is a cozy mystery, and I am going to be buddy reading this with my subscriber and commenter Amy C. It was something she suggested, and I'm really actually excited about it. It is a series, takes place right on the ocean, and it just feels like a very kind of warm weather, summery kind of read. So I'm really looking forward to it. Then with Jack from Spread Book Joy, I'll be reading River of Silver, which is like short stories that are connected to the deeapaul trilogy, and hopefully there will be a little bit of tying up of loose ends. The three main characters in the books of the deeapaul trilogy, if you were not in their kind of immediate orbit during their lifetime, we didn't really hear too much of their story. And so we're kind of hoping that this will give us some of those backstories and give us the opportunity to kind of hear a little more history now that we have finished with the trilogy itself. So that will be whenever Jack has time. I will be continuing in the Library Lovers series by Jenn McKinley with On Borrowed Time, and I'll be doing that with Michelle from Books Cause Insomnia. And then toward the end of the month, Sandy and I had a buddy read scheduled for a Joseph Conrad book called Shadowline, or The Shadowline. And Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia saw that we were planning on doing that together and said, oh, could I join? And so we were like, of course. So the three of us will be doing The Shadowline, which is a little tiny book, toward the end of the month together. Tiffany and I are also going to be continuing our Scythe trilogy, The Arc of the Scythe by Neal Shusterman, and book 2 is The Thunderhead, I believe, and so we will be continuing in that series. We've really enjoyed book 1. I'm almost scared to go on to book 2 because book 2 is almost always a disappointment in a trilogy. It has middle book syndrome, and it just doesn't usually work out too well. So we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. And then lastly, for my buddy reads, I have Beasts of Tarzan with Dave and Olive. If my book comes in, if Dave has time, when it does. And so those are the books that I have planned. My books that I'm rolling over are The King's Blood, which is book 2 in the Dagger and Coin series by Daniel Abraham. And I had picked this up a couple of months ago and just was not quite in the mood for it. And it was a subscriber suggestion for me to read, and I had forgotten that I had already read book 1. So I tried reading book 2 and it just wasn't connecting with me. And so I put it off and I picked it up again, and I'm actually enjoying it right now. It still has a lot of wars in it. It's the one thing that I really don't care for in my fantasy novels, is when they concentrate so much on the wars that are going on. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. And then I have 2 nonfiction that I am reading for the BookTube prize. And those 2 are We Don't Know Ourselves by Fintan O'Toole. I'm almost finished with this one. I'm 85% of the way through. And it is about, it's kind of an Irish history during his lifetime, maybe just prior to his lifetime and his lifetime then of living in Ireland. And then also I am reading His Name is George Floyd. This is by, I only have last names, Samuels and Olorunnipa. Those are the 2 authors. And again, for the BookTube prize. And this one I'm only probably 35% of the way through, but I should have both of those finished well before the end of the month. And those are the last 2 books that I have for the quarterfinals judging for the BookTube prize. And then if I have time, I have 2 books that have come in from the library that I would really love to get to, and that is Thick as Thieves by Megan Whalen Turner. This is book 5 or 6 in the Queen's Thief series that she wrote. And then also House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, which I have been waiting to read since it was released, and I've been on the waiting list. So I have it now. I picked it up from the library and I really, really want to read it. So I will be doing that one if there is time this month. I think there will be. It's a very small book as well. So I am just going to be doing those books for sure, and those last 2 if there's time after I have finished everything else. But that is the rest of my May TBR, and I am really looking forward to everything. I actually am going to hear from Jack tonight about where she would like to start, when she would like to start. And Amy and I decided to start on the 1st. So we will be doing that probably the day this video is coming out. So that's everything from me. I just wanted to give you a little update. And so thanks for joining me. I hope that you are really looking forward to your May reading and that you have wonderful things in store ahead. And so thanks for joining me. And like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video, everyone.